Did you know that the Great Pyramid of Giza was the tallest structure in the world for over 3,800 years? Or that ancient Egyptians believed in curses that could bring bad luck to anyone who disturbed their tombs? Egypt is not just a place. It's a treasure chest of secrets, mysteries, and wonders waiting to blow your mind. From massive temples carved into cliffs to deserts that sing. Get ready to explore Egypt's most jaw-dropping and magical places. Number 1. The Great Pyramids of Giza. Imagine a building so tall and perfect that it has stood for 4,500 years without falling. That's the Great Pyramids of Giza for you. These massive stone triangles are the oldest and only surviving wonder of the ancient world. They weren't just built for looks, though. They were giant tombs for pharaohs. What's even crazier? Each block weighs about as much as an elephant. Scientists still scratch their heads trying to figure out how ancient Egyptians managed to stack them so perfectly. Here's a fun fact. The pyramids were originally covered in shiny white limestone that reflected sunlight, making them sparkle like diamonds. Oh, and there's a secret inside. Deep hidden shafts and tunnels twist through the pyramids. Some think they lead to treasure or sacred chambers, but no one really knows for sure. It's like the world's most mysterious escape room, and no one's solved it yet. Number 2. The Sphinx. A giant statue with the body of a lion and the face of a man is staring out at the desert. And that's the Great Sphinx of Giza, and it's one of Egypt's most famous mysteries. But there's something off. Its nose is gone. Many believe it was blown off by cannons, but ancient drawings show it was missing way before that. Spooky, right? The Sphinx is carved from a single block of limestone and stands as tall as a 6-story building. Its eyes seem to watch you wherever you go. Hidden beneath its paws are tunnels and chambers that archaeologists are still exploring. Some people even believe there are ancient texts or treasures buried under there. The Sphinx has been guarding the pyramids for thousands of years, and let's be honest, it's doing a pretty good job at keeping its secrets. Number 3. The Valley of the Kings. Imagine walking into a place where every corner whispers secrets of the afterlife. And that's the Valley of the Kings. This rocky desert valley is where Egypt's most powerful pharaohs were buried. King Tut's tomb, the most famous of all, was found here. It was packed with gold, jewelry, and even his golden mask. But guess what? His tomb is one of the smallest. Archaeologists think they rushed to finish it because he died young. Here's the cool part. Every tomb is decorated with bright paintings showing scenes from the afterlife. It's like a guidebook for the dead to find their way back to the gods. Oh, and there's something eerie. Curses. Many tombs warn intruders that bad luck will follow if they disturb the dead. Coincidence or not, strange things have happened to people who entered these tombs. Creepy, right? Number 4. Abu Simbel. Imagine standing in front of 2 temples so big they make you feel like an ant. That's Abu Simbel, carved into a mountain by Pharaoh Ramses II. Each statue at the entrance is 20 meters tall, bigger than a 6-story building. But here's the twist. These temples were moved. In the 1960s, they were going to be flooded by a new dam. So engineers cut them into huge blocks and rebuilt them on higher ground. Crazy, right? Inside, the walls are covered with scenes of Ramses defeating his enemies. But here's the coolest secret. Twice a year, the sun shines directly into the temple, lighting up the statues of Ramses and 2 gods. It's like an ancient light show. How did they calculate that over 3,000 years ago? Nobody knows, but it's pure genius. Number 5. Luxor Temple. Step into a place where every wall tells a story. Luxor Temple is like an open-air museum, with giant statues, towering columns, and carvings that show life thousands of years ago. Pharaohs like Tutankhamun and Alexander the Great left their marks here. And guess what? There's a mosque built right into the temple. It's still used today, blending ancient and modern history. At night, the temple lights up, and it looks like something out of a fairy tale. Here's a secret. One of the obelisks from Luxor Temple isn't even in Egypt anymore. It's in Paris. The French took it as a gift, and now it stands in the Place de la Concorde. Visiting Luxor Temple feels like traveling through time, with layers of history all in one magical place. Number 6. Karnak Temple. Imagine a temple so huge it feels like a city. That's Karnak Temple. It's the largest religious building ever made, and it's dedicated to the god Amun. The hypostyle hall is the star attraction, a massive room filled with 134 giant stone columns. Walking through it feels like being in a stone forest. But Karnak has a fun secret. There's a scarab statue near a sacred lake. Legend says if you walk around it 7 times, your wish will come true. Thousands of visitors have tested this, and some even swear it works. Karnak isn't just a temple, it's an experience. Every corner hides a story, and the sheer size of it will leave you in awe. It's like stepping into an ancient wonderland. Number 7. The White Desert. Imagine a landscape that looks like the surface of the moon. That's the White Desert. It's filled with giant white rock formations shaped by wind over thousands of years. Some look like mushrooms, others like camels or chickens. It's nature's art gallery, and it's absolutely surreal. Here's a secret. The White Desert is famous for its singing sand. When the wind blows just right, the sand makes a soft humming sound. People who camp here at night swear it's like music from another world. And the stars? They're so bright, it feels like you're standing in a planetarium. The White Desert is peaceful, magical, and unlike anything you've ever seen. Don't forget your camera. You'll want to capture this alien-like wonder. Number 8. The Nile River. Imagine a river so important it's called the lifeline of Egypt. The Nile River is the longest river in the world and has been feeding Egypt for thousands of years. Ancient Egyptians even worshipped it as a god. But here's the twist. The Nile flows backward. Well, not really, but it does flow south to north, which is super rare for rivers. Sailing down the Nile on a traditional felucca boat is like stepping into a history book. The riverbanks are dotted with ancient temples, villages, and palm trees. Here's a fun fact. The annual flooding of the Nile used to leave behind rich soil, making Egypt one of the most fertile places in the ancient world. The Nile isn't just a river, it's the heart and soul of Egypt. Number 9. Alexandria Library. Imagine walking into a building with millions of books, each one holding a story. That's the Alexandria Library. It's not the original library, sadly, that one was destroyed, but the modern version is just as impressive. Shaped like a giant sun disk, it's a mix of ancient wisdom and futuristic design. Here's a secret. The library collects a copy of every book ever published in the world. It also houses ancient manuscripts, including some that are thousands of years old. The library isn't just for bookworms, though. It has exhibits on everything from Egyptian history to modern science. Visiting Alexandria Library feels like stepping into a treasure chest of knowledge. It's a place where the past and future meet in the most magical way. Number 10. The Red Sea. Imagine swimming in crystal clear water surrounded by colorful coral reefs and tropical fish. That's the Red Sea. It's one of the best diving spots in the world, with shipwrecks, underwater caves, and even dolphins. But here's a fun twist. The Red Sea isn't actually red. The name comes from seasonal blooms of algae that sometimes turn the water reddish-brown. If you're not into diving, you can still enjoy the Red Sea's beauty. Beaches like Hurghada and Sharm el-Sheikh are perfect for relaxing. Here's a little-known fact. The Red Sea is home to over 1,200 species of fish, and 10% of them can't be found anywhere else. Whether you're diving, snorkeling, or just chilling on the beach, the Red Sea is a slice of paradise. And there you have it, Egypt's secrets unlocked. So which wonder blew your mind the most? Don't forget to hit like and subscribe, and who knows, maybe your next adventure will be in the land of pharaohs.